living alone, loneliness, low income, unemployment, simple everyday life. Recently, many Chinese vloggers have suddenly appeared on YouTube, and many of them seem to share very similar stories. Viewers started asking questions. Why do so many videos look so similar? Are these people actually ordinary individuals, or are there teams behind them? Are they funded by the government to create propaganda? Isn't YouTube unavailable in China? How are these people uploading videos? Are they making a lot of money from YouTube? Hi, I'm Chun Chun, and as one of these Chinese creators, I want to share my own experience and answer these questions directly. And at the end of this video, I will also share my real YouTube earnings so far. Question 1. Why do so many videos look so similar? Actually, this phenomenon is not unique to China. Japan was one of the first places where videos about living alone and simple living became popular. Recently, Vietnam has also seen many videos with similar themes. From the audience perspective, many young people around the world are facing similar problems. The cost of living keeps rising, working is becoming more uncertain, and human connections are becoming weaker. So, some viewers have started to realize something. Watching stories about extremely successful people does not always make them feel better. Sometimes they want to see people who are closer to their own lives. They want to see how other people deal with similar problems. From the creator's perspective, the reason is much more practical. This type of content is easy to start. You don't need expensive equipment, you don't need to travel around the world, and you don't need perfect English skills. You just need to record your own life. And for many ordinary people, their own life is the only material they have. Because this type of content is easier to make, more people naturally start creating it. And it is also easier to be discovered by platforms and audiences. Question 2. Are we real? Are we actually individual creators, or are there teams behind us? The honest answer is both exist. Before joining YouTube, I created content in different platforms in China, and I have also worked with content teams. So I understand both sides very well. Because teams usually have more resources and manpower, they can usually test content in a more organized way. For example, when starting out, they may run multiple accounts at the same time. After finding a successful format, they may expand into more channels or topics. For many individual creators like me, however, we have limited time, money, and energy. So we usually focus on building one main account slowly. But there is something many people misunderstand. A team-operated channel does not automatically mean the content is fake. And individual creators do not mean their videos have no design. Actually, every personal video on YouTube involves some level of selection, including mine. I have recently been reading the book The Presentation of Self in Everyday Life by American sociologist Erving Goffman. He described everyday social life as a kind of performance. In different situations, we naturally present different sides of ourselves. Social life itself is like a stage, and YouTube works the same way. Nobody shows their entire life online, whether it is a 10-minute video or even a 2-hour documentary. It can only show one part of someone's life. For example, the person you see right now seriously discussing Chinese YouTubers with you is only one side of me. But I won't tell you that last night because my recent video performance was not good. I was actually anxious, and I asked my boyfriend Ski for a big hug. Both versions of me are real. And this is true for every creator. When a creator finds that certain stories connect with their audience, they naturally share more stories from that part of their life. That does not make the person fake. Content is always selected, but selection does not mean deception. Question 3. Are we propaganda? After my previous video was published, I received many questions and comments about this issue. Some people have even used my face and clips without permission and created narratives based on their own political views. Honestly, when I saw these clips, I didn't feel angry. I was more surprised and I even found them a little funny because I could not understand how someone who knows nothing about my experience and has no evidence could draw such conclusions about me. But this also makes me think about a bigger question. Why do some people immediately see ordinary Chinese creators sharing their lives through a political lens? Every creator influences how people see the world. That is what content does. A travel creator introduces a country. A lifestyle creator shares a way of living. A personal story can change how people understand a place or a group of people. But influence itself does not mean propaganda. And there is a simple principle. If you make a claim, you need to provide evidence. If someone believes that a specific creator is making government propaganda, then there should be clear evidence. Who exactly provides the support? A specific person? An organization? A government department? When did it happen? Which video and which specific part of it shows evidence of this relationship? A creator's nationality alone is not evidence of their purpose. I believe free expression should be based on facts and evidence, not unsupported assumptions. This is not only disrespectful to the time and effort I have put into my work, it also reduces a real person into a simple label. I have spent a huge amount of time and energy. I gave up a stable job to work on YouTube full-time, and I picked up my English again and started practicing Arabic. My life is not a symbol or a political message. I am just an ordinary Chinese creator. I use my real name, record my real life, and share my real experience. For accusations without evidence, I will not choose to enter an endless circle of proving myself. Ultimately, the right to judge belongs to the audience. The most important question has never been, where is this person from? The more important question is, does what this person says make sense? And can it be understood and verified? This is also the last time I will publicly respond to this issue, because what truly matters is not spending my time defining myself against something I have never done. It is continuing to move forward and create. Question 4. Why can Chinese people appear on YouTube? Let's expand this question a little. In today's globalized world, how do people living in China stay connected with the outside world? For example, my boyfriend Ski works in Shanghai in the US real estate investment industry. His daily work also requires him to communicate and have meetings with American partners. So internet tools are simply a normal part of our work today. For a creator like me, YouTube is simply another platform where I can share my content. Finally, how much money do we actually make from YouTube? Can we become rich overnight? Let me share my real situation. Many people may not know that my account did not grow through long-form videos at the beginning. From January to April this year, I spent some time making AI shorts. 23 videos, nearly 90 million views in total. I earned almost $4,000 before tax. After that, I decided to switch to long-form videos. So far, I have published 11 long videos. In June, I made $165. In July, I made $770. And from August 1st to August 6th, I made about $80 because my recent videos haven't performed as well. These earnings come from YouTube ads, sponsorships, and members. I also want to sincerely thank my fan members for supporting my channel. So, is this more or less than you expected? Well, technically speaking, I also face some of the labels people often talk about, low income and not having a traditional job. But as you can see, reality is always more complicated than a label. Let's compare it with my previous job. Before becoming a full-time YouTuber, I had a regular job. I earned around 11,000 RMB per month, which is about $1,500 US. My goal is simple. Within about 2 years, I hope YouTube can bring me an income close to what I had before. This is a huge challenge. Of course, I did not make this decision without preparation. Right now, our household expenses are mainly covered by Ski's stable income. Before becoming a full-time YouTuber, we had saved some money together to give me time to try this path. YouTube is a great platform, but nobody can succeed here easily. So, the Chinese YouTubers you see today do not have one simple answer. For me, the reason I started making vlogs is simple. After making AI videos myself and seeing firsthand how quickly AI is changing content creation, I believe even more strongly in what AI cannot replace: something real, a real person, a real life, and real human experience. So I choose to use AI to become a better creator, not to mass-produce purely AI-generated content. I also want to leave something real behind. 6 years ago, my father passed away suddenly. He loved recording life and took more than 100,000 photos. One day, when I was missing him badly, I found a video on his phone of him saying my name.
车冲啊，赶快往中间站，我给你拍一点。转过来。
转过来，你人转过来。好。不害怕，它不咬人哦，咬也不咬人。
好嘞。
I still remember how it felt to hear his voice. It made me realize that even the smallest pieces of an ordinary life can become incredibly precious. Since then, I have wanted to record more of my own life, the people I love, my happiness, and my anxiety. During this journey, I feel very lucky to build real connections with people from all around the world. If there is anything you would like me to share, please leave a comment. It would mean a lot to me. I'm Chen Chen. See you next time.